Welcome everyone to the Chaos Jester Show, and welcome to my Quickshot series, where I talk about things in a way that gives you a basic rundown without going into an Edelgard essay about something. I typically like to keep these within 5 minutes, so if I don't mention something, please understand, it's just 5 minutes. It's not to go over literally everything. So, let's quickly get into the topic, shall we? Today, we're going to talk about fan games, or rather, how Nintendo seems to hate them. I mean, look, I get it. We all hate some fan works at times. I mean, look at the fan works of most animal characters. I'm sure the designers of those would love to bleach their eyes on the fan art. But when the fan work is a video game, that's when things get a bit more complicated, since fan-made games are free versions of official stuff if you want to dumb it down. However, dumbing something down is not only disrespectful to the topic, but it doesn't even address the point. So, let me clarify some more. Fan-made games are made from the passionate fans who love nothing more than to show their support for the series that they love. However, since the way they show love is interactive, this can make it potentially a more beloved experience, or an experience that is different from official games by Nintendo. However, the first part is why I think Nintendo takes down multiple fan games, like they was given the death penalty, which is depressing since other companies seem to actually care about the fan games that are made for them. Capcom has stated that they don't endorse them, but they won't go after them either, and has actually funded the Street Fighter X Mega Man fan game. Sega has not only gave their approval of the fan engine that Christian Whitehead made for remastering other Sonic games, but said engine was used to remake Sonic 1 and 2, and I don't think we need to mention that Sonic Mania was made using said engine, with Christian Whitehead at the helm. Now, if someone could do the same for most of Sega's other franchises, we'd be in business, but Bethesda, while they're not trying to port Skyrim to the NES, has shown their support for Skywind, a complete remaster of Morrowind with the Skyrim engine. Heck, even Konami was supportive of a Castlevania game, even though Konami was toxic about the fan-made PT demo, as well as a Metal Gear fan game. Now, I wouldn't be complaining about fan games being taken down, but when the official games dropped in quality for some series, it leaves people wishing that some of these dang fan games would get ported to the Switch instead, or at the very least stay alive. However, fan games are technically using existing properties that isn't owned to them to make a new game, and Nintendo is in the right to do something like this legally. But it doesn't mean I had to like it, since some of these fan games would not only be good advertisement, but it would also prevent bad publicity by being the big bad bully kicking the sandcastle Little Cindy made. I haven't played any of the fan games, I mean, Switch Boy for life, but I have heard some of the noticeable ones that got the bullet. AM2R was part of a dime a dozen remakes of Metroid 2 before the official release. However, it was noticeable since it tried to expand the world greatly and even adding in fusion elements to the game. Which, by the way, Metroid Fusion, really good. Pokemon Uranium. I think it had something to do with radioactive Pokemon and just a darker story. I mean, I can understand the hype. I play the Shadow Pokemon games, so they wasn't officially contacted by Nintendo, but the links were getting taken down a lot, so they backed off the project for the most part. They have made patches, however, for people who still have the download. But if you want to download the game, be wary about third-party links. Pokenet. First attempt at a Pokemon MMO, or the most popular one, made by fans until they got the dreaded video game equivalent of the Restraining Order. Mario HD 64 Remake. It was legit in the beta and looked gorgeous. Didn't save it from getting run over like a deer in the headlights, though. Chrono Trigger. Crimson Echoes. Not Nintendo, but Square Enix sure wasn't gonna let an unofficial sequel that people love slide, eh? Sadly for them, and fortunately for us, the alpha is online, and I think it's even getting more patches from other fans. So, there's that. And you don't have to play Chrono Cross now, would you? Project M. This was basically a more competitive version of Brawl, with even more characters, stages, and was even going to get a playable Lyn and Knuckles before the team that worked on this decided to stop because they was afraid of legal action with Nintendo. Honestly, it really stinks to be a Nintendo fan sometimes, since we do get some of the best exclusives, but the fans, they can't do much to show their love for them. And it just really stings, since some of the fan games look amazing, and with how some other games take inspiration from Nintendo franchises, like Bug Fables, or even A Hat in Time, it honestly feels like a missed opportunity with how fan projects tend to be treated. But if you want to know what an official fan game should look at Cadence of Hyrule. A game that is literally, if it was like a Legend of Zelda was made as a Necrodancer fan game. And look how well it's done. But that's just my opinion. What do you all think? Should fan games be more accepted by companies, or is everything as fine as it is because it just works? And there's my short video on Nintendo's rivalry with fans. Thanks for watching. This video was made as a thank you to my script editor on my next top 10. So subscribe to check out the top 10 tragic romances in gaming. Trust me, that video was hard to do because it was hard to find candidates outside of, well, the obvious ones. So, thanks for watching.